having... There we go, let's gently adjust. Which is action groups. There we go, action groups for individual components, custom action groups. Because that is one of the things that you need to be able to switch on the fly. Because if you remember yesterday when we did this, I had to toggle engines manually and close intakes and so on, and that just didn't do it correctly. That caused us to destabilize because I had to activate a left engine without having a right engine on yet, that kind of thing. Okay, this is actually a pretty good height for us to be working from. Also, air brakes. Air brakes would have been nice. So, this plane does pretty well. It could get a few amenities, but this thing does pretty well for going halfway across the world. And we still have half a tank left, so probably we could get this thing anywhere on Kerbal. Okay, we need pressure ratings in all 3 points. So we'll probably hit those 2 roughly at the same time, and the third one we might want to adjust. And again, by the way, look at this. Since the lower we get, the lower our delta V, our total burn time, ends up being. So around 2500 gets us an hour, whereas at 25 kilometers, whereas at 15 kilometers we get 20 minutes. So that is a massive difference. Actually, we're now at a very low throttle as well, so that will affect how much and how long we can burn as well. Yeah, Jetfin, I believe, is the first Kerbal ever to go hypersonic. Okay, we have just a little bit left. Let's adjust a little bit. Careful. So as not to have Jetfin pass out, which is also the first time I've ever seen that, actually. Oh, we need to be below 1800, I believe. That one needs to be below 1600, 600 even. 16,600. So, let's take a good dive. There we go. That is us at the right altitude for all contracts, all 3. Don't want to change too much. There we go, keep it gently level. As you can see, it can't go straight that well. It either goes up or it goes down, but it's having trouble just maintaining an altitude. Okay, we will be hitting this area soon. Log pressure data. 100 million pascals. That can't be right. The next one we will be reaching soon. This, by the way, Okay, log that data. I think this is purely designed just so you cannot cheat this with a rocket. Because with the rocket, if everything was on a straight line, you could just try and find a reasonable path to do this. To have one rocket launch and get all 3 sites. But I think the very idea of having them like this, having 3 and one always be offset to the other ones, means that there's no straight line you can take and you have to do it with a plane. I want to be careful because we're currently circling around the darn area, so instead of just keep on rotating, we're just going to go forward and then take a large turn and resurface. By the way, oh my god, the acceleration of this plane it's so high. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on the G-forces, which is here. We just got that Kerbal knocked out because we went into the red for too long, and then at the bottom right you can also see his picture. That also has a meter that tells you when he's going to pass out. So right now we can pull this. That is excellent. Since we are now subsonic, well, no, we're still supersonic at Mach 2, but no longer hypersonic. The G-forces are not that big anymore. So that is excellent news for us. And after this, we can try and set this baby down. That's going to be quite the challenge. I have no idea whether I can set it down adequately because the landing gear is so close to the body. By the way, this major turn has already cost us so much speed. We are back to 400. We're about to drop subsonic again. Let's fire up that engine a little bit more since we had that left idling. Last thing I want to do is fall out of the sky. There we go. Let's put that camera in follow mode again. There we go. Let's start picking up a little bit of speed. By the way, notice how the cockpit is still very hot. It's nowhere near burning up, you know, problematic levels, but it's still pretty darn hot. Also, I'm very impressed that we're only getting these... Of course, we're in middle atmosphere, but that we're only getting these supersonic aerodynamic effects at this speed. Okay, gentlemen, you don't have to impress us that much. Log the data, reset the experiment, and we have 50... Get out of the way. 50k, 8k, 8k, 8k. That is a good amount of cash. Now let's see if we can use this plane, by which I mean this, you know, shallow area of Kerbal, to land safely. Gracie K, long time no see. Thank you for that host. How are you doing? Okay, I'm just leveling this thing out because I want to lower it, and there we go. Flies about 3 kilometers, and just gently coast, lose some of the speed we are having. I'm going to lower the landing gear because that'll increase the drag. And I'm hoping, finger on the abort button, I am hoping that we'll do fine here. You're doing good. Good to hear. I am doing good as well. A little bit stressed out with trying to land this plane. but I think we'll do okay. Ideally, I would have liked to have put air brakes on this and drogue chutes to slow down even more. Let's lower this thing a little bit more. 500, 400, pull up a little bit more. There we go. Okay, this is going to be a little bit focus mode here. Because I want to make sure we have enough speed. Okay, pull up. Oh, not that much. Enough speed to have a good forward roll, but I'm going to need to make sure that the rear wheels, you know, end up on the ground first. And I'm also trying to keep my thumb on the abort button, because it's either going to be in the brakes or the abort. I don't like the look of those hills ahead of us. We're coasting in on a gentle speed though, so that went real well. I'm not happy with us hitting these hills though, because this, if you recall, is how we lost some of our previous pilots. Come on, come on. Slow down, slow down. Brake, brake, brake. Abort! Oh, yes! Oh! Oh my God. Look at, by the way, he is burning up. He is burning up. Where's the... Is that what's left of the plane? Oh my God. At the time we started that little waggle, I knew that this thing was not going to work out. We had such a beautiful touchdown. We were able to roll, but the ground was too uneven. And, oh man. I had to quickly shift my thumb from like the brake button I was using to down there is the abort button on the joystick. Oh wow. Ruther. Just in time. That is beautiful. I'm gonna that URL, Flaccid Relentless Narwhal Kappa Ross. Yeah, that URL is something special, alright. I'm gonna actually take a moment to tweet that out. Yeah, I mean, we survived. We're still alive. We did the mission. We completed the contract. The plane is there. Let's see. We lost 1, 2. So that's 2 of the rear flaps. We lost the fuel. Those 3. 4. The side wing. So we didn't lose that many parts. I could have potentially let Jetfin stay in there because the cockpit's okay. Come on. Let's see if you can get back in there. Can you even get back in there? Where's the hatch? There's a hatch back there. Can you get in there? Board. There we go. Ha ha! That was an amazing recovery. Oh wow. That is glorious. Wow, I'm gonna spend a moment to copy that link. Have a quick look at it. Exactly where you clipped that for our previous pilots. Oh yeah, that is. Slow down, that is beautiful, Huthor. That is perfect. That is a perfect clip. Let's tweet that out. Flying low on Kerbal space. Oh, £? No, just hashtag it. Kerbal space program. Maybe a little too low. And then twitch.tv/Byronic Gamer live now. Tweet that out. Thank you for that, Luther. That was great. Let's see. I made some I made some chili powder earlier today, and it's still got a little bit in the back of my throat. That is gonna be something. We need to land a rover on the Mun. That might be a good thing to just do. It's not that difficult. Put a specific satellite on the Mun. 2 satellites on the Mun. Let's just do the rover for now. Surface outpost on the Mun. We could probably get close to doing the sun measurement. Ajaxes, that was a landing where we did just some litho braking. That was not a crash. Thank you very much. This is something, the nuclear propulsion is something we'd want for our probe around the sun and our interplanetary projects. This thing, by the way, looks amazing. Saber engines, I have no idea how good they are, but they look nice. But we need science, we need 300 either for the nuclear propulsion or the space program, the space shuttle program. I'm thinking in all likelihood, it makes more sense to spend it on the nuclear propulsion first, because that opens up routes for way, way more science rewards. Even though, hydroponics is empty. Even though we'd still, of course, need some of these different science components, like that soil moisture sensor, atmospheric sensor, those types of things. The nuclear engine has the ability... Oh, this is a good science package. The nuclear engine has the capacity to get us to different planets, which have great multipliers. So what we're going to do is we're going to be adjusting the Jexus. There we go, the Jexus rover that we have. And is that the... No, that's not the Ranger, isn't it? That is... Oh, no, that is a real early on FUB module. Yes, was it the Dick Grayson that we... No, look, that's the Jexus 1 program. We are now at a Jexus... Oh, the Jexus 3 was the manned Mun mission? The Jexus 2B, I believe, had a proper lander. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no. This was a terrible one. This was one where we chose to use the angles to make it less maneuverable. Maybe the Dick Grayson was the latest one. This is why I need better naming schemes. The Minimus Exploration Vehicle. Let's see, that is a little bit clearer. Was it ROV 1? Rover 1? See, I think this is the latest one we had. Yeah, this has 6,000 Delta V. It has decent... Why do I have a pressurized oxygen tank? Oh, wait, that was for the fuel cell in there. Yeah. See, this has decent amounts of... science on there. Let's see if we have more in the meantime. I think we do. We probably need to redesign our rover. Let's remove this. Let's see. I think we have our thermometer on there. Our seismic accelerometer. Do we have Kerbal Engineer? We have Kerbal Engineer on there. Geiger counter, I think I saw. Yep. Now the GoreSat is, I think, orbital. Can only be used from high orbit, so that's useless. Oh, this is an SCP central station. So that's again for things we set up on the ground, so that doesn't work. These are orbital cameras. Goo containment is not worth it because you need to bring those back. We have pressure on there, yes. This... Not for surface deployment. Okay. Science Junior. Again, that's for returning. Multispectral sensors. These are for orbit. I think actually, except for this one, we're good. So let's see. This one would have to be one we'd put on the back. Now, I remember you need to put it the wrong way up, quote unquote. There we go, system check, because then it leans downwards. Now, let's see if we can scale this down like that, because that way it doesn't bump us, I think. Start deployed, let's see. Yeah, see, if it were bigger, it would hit the ground, I think. And let's see, we'd need to find a decent place for this baby. I wonder if... No, there's no node on the top, so there's no way to put that in the middle. Because that would have been a nice possible solution if you could put this... if you could put this thing in the middle and have a Separatron on top of it. These are very different containers. See, that would have been the ideal solution, I think. But that is unavailable to us. So I'm starting to think maybe we should put this here and then move that thing around somewhere, maybe on the bottom. Or actually, we should probably do it. Yes, I know. We will move this to the side. There we go. And then we can position this and move that around and make these look a little bit better. There we go. Contraia. Obscure reference if you're interested. Move that to the side. Actually, let's press C so we don't angle snap anymore. We just move this around a little bit more gently. And we have this one that we can move around. There we go. Have it look like that, which gives us the space. Let's put C back on so we can clip this in the middle. Scale this down by 1 so that it is over there. Put this back on there. It still has us with 6000 delta V, which is just the way I like it. I think we have enough on all of this. We might be able to change this around, actually. Instead of using this setup, we might be able to just use one larger engine. Okay, this is rover 2. Save this right now. We have 6,646 total. Let's change this around a little bit. Let's see, we have a fuel tank that I believe is this chest. Yeah, this is liquid fuel and oxidizer. So we both have an adapter and it already comes with fuel. We should be able to put something like this underneath that doesn't fully give us the 6,600 that we need. I'm just looking at these two and suddenly wondering which one was that was the latest. That's the one we used. We were okay with that. Okay. That's a sky crane. See, I strongly believe that the easier, the more aerodynamic you can make a rocket, the better it is. In this case, let's move this up, and let's see if we want 6,000, 5,540. So 302. 5,302. Adding this gets us 455. So we would need... This would be too much, I think. 6,000. Oh. Not that much, apparently. That's an interesting little change. Actually, here's one thing I'm wondering. Could I not, instead of having this there, have a larger one right there? Don't know why it blocks. I guess it's the adapter. I guess this adapter is a little bit too wide. I wonder if I can, instead of making it exactly 2,500, make it a tiny bit shorter and then build it like this. There we go. That makes it look more stable. I don't know if the fairing can add the fuel though. 6,172. 6,200. No. So the fairing doesn't allow crossfeed. Yep, the North Korea jokes. We've been getting a lot of those. There we go. You know, we should be able to actually edit this fairing. Wait, what? That would be the weirdest fairing. Let's edit this down and see if we can make this a gentler ascent. Gentler incline, I mean. Maybe holding control or holding shift? Holding shift works. Let's see if I put it like this and then up like that. There we go. That gets us a gentler rocket shape. That is not exactly enough. I really would have liked to get the other rocket parts that that have better color or are able to edit the actual display there, the actual thing. But that's all right. Let's see. This baby's gonna need some wings, but ideally it's going to need just a little bit more fuel. Wonder if this would get us 6,200. Let me see. I'm gonna alt tab a little bit, so that means the screen's gonna pause a little bit for you. Yep, we're gonna be landing a rover on the Mun. Or the moon, I guess you should appropriately call it. I'm just working it out here for a second. Surface to surface, Kerbal to the moon, takes 6,000 delta V. So, getting back in on this. That means that this, with 6,122, should be able to get us down on the moon. Remembering that we always have spare delta V on this thing, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay with this. Let's just give it a try. The thing that we're gonna need, of course, is we're gonna need some flaps for the... Whoa, that is some... There we go. That was some bad clipping right there. And I would like some stability. So, is it correct that this has 1,000? Yeah, that should be enough for a transfer to the moon. So, we're going to be burning this. We're going to release that. Those are going to burn. Those are going to burn. Yeah. Let's test this out. This is a far more streamlined design. It might be, I think it's more expensive than the one we had, than the staging that we used, but I like the new design. So yeah, Sven boy, it is